What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Big B, Brian Hanley. What is happening, man? Welcome to Steelers Almighty. Just checking in with you guys today. Training camp is over. Just wanted to check in, touch base with you guys, see what's happening. Look, the Steelers, we couldn't report on anything today from the joint practice because they let media in, but they don't let you tweet about it. They don't let you film. They don't let you tweet. They don't let you do anything. They let you watch, and that's all you can do is watch. So nothing to really report today. So we're talking about Steelers wide receivers. And, Andy Waddle, the assistant GM, interviewed today. And he basically just said the Steelers are open to anything, which is the right answer. But a lot of times there's smoke, there's fire. And it just seems that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be bringing in a new wide receiver, man. That's just what it is. It just seems that the Steelers are going to go after a wide receiver and bring somebody in. Whether that means they trade somebody that they currently have for a wide receiver, I don't know. But it looks like they're either going to trade for somebody. There's a lot of rumors pick up a free agent. Another lot of rumors that pick up somebody that gets cut after cut down day. There's several teams that have an abundance of receivers. They can't keep all of them. And a couple of those teams, even if they're down on the depth chart a little bit, they could help the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, the one rumor that I want to talk about first is this Odell Beckham Jr. rumor. He made it clear him and Aaron Rodgers are buddies, and he had talked to him about possibly joining forces with them. But the thing about that, ladies and gentlemen, when he was talking about joining Aaron Rodgers, that was 4 years ago. That's not now. And I personally, I don't think Odell Beckham Jr. can play football anymore. I think people talk about people being washed, and I hate using that term, but I think OBJ is absolutely washed. I think he is done as a wide receiver. I do. It didn't work out in Miami last year. And you could say, well, they have a bunch of receivers. Well, he could have been one of those guys. So it just didn't work out there. He hasn't been really good in a while. It's been several years, man. And OBJ is not going to help the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's not going to help. Unless something happens like an abundance of hell, I don't know. Just a big time rejuvenation, but I don't see that happening. I really don't. I don't. OBJ, I don't think is an option for the Steelers, or at least he shouldn't be an option for the Steelers because I don't think he can play anymore. So, my man Steve Mong is talking about Isaiah Bond. Here's the thing: Isaiah Bond is a guy. He out of Texas. Was a decent receiver. He wasn't great. He went to the combine, said he was going to break the combine record, then ended up running a 4.39, which is still super fast, but it's nowhere near the record. But then a couple weeks later, he got arrested for rape, and got accused of rape. And it didn't look good, because there's a text that he sent to the victim and said, hey, alcohol makes me do stuff, makes me crazy. Sorry. And I'm like, oh. But that's who Isaiah Bond is. Now, they said something about it got billed or something like that. Look, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not up on all the lingo of lawsuits and crime and stuff all of that nature. I don't know what billed means, but the bottom line is the Steelers don't need them. The Steelers don't need that. So I don't know what no build means. Like I said, I don't know what that is. Bottom line is, I guess no other charges are coming his way, which that's fine. But the Steelers don't need that. They don't need that at all. So let him go wherever he needs to go. We got bigger fish to fry and getting better prospects, better receivers on the football team. We don't need anything to be. And he may be 100% innocent. He very well might be, but that's not something that we need to dip our toe in. We don't need to do that. Here's an outside rumor. Now, it might not happen early, but an outside rumor is a guy named Adam Thielen. Now, I know a lot of people say Adam Thielen's done. He was okay last year. And as a number 2, just a strictly possession receiver, Adam Thielen can help the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they can he could help the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just be a guy that, you know what, line up 3rd and 8, he gets you 9 yards. 3rd and 4, he gets you 5 yards. He could help the Pittsburgh Steelers because he can still run routes, he can still get open, and he can still catch the football. You don't need a bunch of yak with Adam Thielen. You just need him to go and catch. So Terry McLaurin, you said, wants to be in Pittsburgh. That is not true, Pastor JMZ. Terry McLaurin actually said he doesn't want to come to Pittsburgh. So, no, he doesn't want to be in Pittsburgh. He literally said he wants to be a number 1 receiver. He wouldn't be that here in Pittsburgh, so he doesn't want to be in Pittsburgh. He said that. So, people are talking about it's Tyreek. I don't know that it would be Tyreek. What would the Steelers have to give up? I would guess they'd have to give up Roman Wilson and like a 4th-round draft pick for Tyreek Hill. I would still take Tyreek Hill. Some people are talking about no way. I'm like, yeah, I would still take Tyreek Hill. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's still the fastest guy in the NFL. He can still catch the football. Yeah, I would absolutely take Tyreek Hill. Now, he's going to have to come here knowing he's not going to catch 90 balls. He's going to have to do that. So, but that's all I know. Pastor JMZ, it doesn't matter if you talk to the sources. He literally said that he didn't want to be here. So, I mean, so whatever the sources are, I'm assuming it's not him. Terry McLaurin literally said that. So you may talk to your sources again and say, hey, man, what are you talking about? McLaurin said he wanted to be a number 1 receiver. Didn't want to come to Pittsburgh. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, but yeah, I would absolutely take Tyreek Hill. So I don't know. There's some people that don't want him. I mean, now here's the thing. Tyreek Hill quit on his football team. He did that. He 100% did that. And he can't take it back. He's going to have to understand you're not catching 90 balls in Pittsburgh, man. That's just not what's going to happen here. Because what his complaint was last year is he wanted to win. Well, is it more important for you to get your numbers, or is it more important for you to win? Because if it's more important to win, you ain't catching 90 balls in Pittsburgh, not with all the guys that we have on this football team. We're not going to throw it enough for you to catch 90 footballs. That's just not going to happen. So, my man Concept, he says, do you think Tyreek would be a good locker room fit? The talent is insane for sure. Just curious. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good question. Like, would he fit in? Because, again, he quit on the Dolphins last year. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And he said he quit. I mean, it's not like people are speculating or making stuff up. He took himself out of the football game once they found out they couldn't make the playoffs, and he said he was out of there. I mean, he quit. That was him. So, but that's just me. That's just me. Stefan said Isaiah Bond should be signed. Charges have been dropped. No. The Steelers don't need that. Steelers don't need that. So, and his talent doesn't justify the trouble. That's what I would say about Isaiah Bond. So, but we'll see. Trade for Pierce, says Tyler. That's not a bad idea. Our man Big G has been on that. He's been on that. Is trying to get Pierce. He's been all over that. So, But we'll see. We'll see. Um, but a lot of rumors for the Pittsburgh Steelers as far as who they could get, who they would want, who we should get. But we'll find out. We'll find out. I think the Steelers are going to make a move. I think they're going to make a move. I think after this weekend, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be making a move to get another wide receiver. So that's what I think. I think it's. I mean, it could be anybody. It could be somebody, a big name person, all the way down to somebody that's fourth or fifth on somebody else's depth chart. I think it's going to happen. People are still talking about Amari Cooper. I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, with Amari Cooper, you got issues. You know, you got issues. So we'll see. But Amari Cooper can get open, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one thing. He hasn't forgotten how to get open. He hadn't forgotten how to catch a football. So Robert Woods tanked. I don't think Robert Woods tanked. It's just Robert Woods kind of is what he is. So I don't think he tanked. He is what he is. So Dexter says, to tell you the truth, I like Max Hurlman and Williams. Yeah, they're not NFL guys right now, man. They're just not NFL guys right now. So not right now. Breaking news: Steelers signed Brian Hanley as backup tackle. Well, if he ever played tackle, that might make some sense, but he didn't play tackle. So, Amari Cooper, is he a good blocker? No. He's not. He's not. So there's that. And Steve, you're probably right, man. Should probably just wait until roster cut downs. The problem with that, I mean, somebody's going to have to want to come to Pittsburgh. So if you wait to roster cut downs, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, you could find, there's guys out there. Green Bay is going to cut a receiver. I think Green Bay, Tampa, and Indianapolis are going to either cut or trade a receiver. That's going to happen. They got too many. Somebody is not going to make that roster. I mean, you're not keeping 8 wide receivers for crying out loud. So Devontae says, I don't see an issue with Isaiah Bond other than he was accused of rape. And when the girl asked him why he did that, he said, alcohol makes me crazy. Other than that, I mean, that's my problem with it. Whether the charges they got dropped or not, the girl literally sent him a text saying, why would you do that to me? And his response to that text was, I'm sorry, alcohol makes me crazy. That's not somebody I want on my football team. I don't care what the charges were. I don't care if they got dropped. I don't care. So, don't care. That's my problem. Now, if other people don't have a problem with that, I understand. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong, but that's my problem with Isaiah Bond. So, no, I don't think context is actually needed because she said, why did the text before all of that was, why would you hurt me? And he sent back a laughing emoji. And then the next text she sent was, why would you do that to me, Isaiah? That really hurt. And his response was, oh, I'm sorry. Alcohol makes me crazy. Yeah. I mean, that's all the context I need. Like I said, charges may have gotten dropped. That's just not somebody I want on the team. So, Dobbs. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if Dobbs becomes available. Patrick, we'll see if he comes available. I think he could. The thing about it, though, with the Packers, I think Dobbs is probably their second or third best wide receiver. But I don't think they're going to pay him. I think it's a contract year. They took 2 receivers in the top 100 of the draft. And so last year of his deal, I don't think they're going to pay him. So I think they're going to move on. So I think that's part of it. Jimbo, just sign AB. We can't sign AB. AB's wanted for murder. Lord have mercy. Even if he was still playing, we can't sign that. He can't even come back to the States. Can't sign AB. Man's wanted for murder. You can't do that. So, But yeah, and I think Dobbs is hurt right now. I don't know if it's serious. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really looked that much into it, Craig. I think he is hurt, but I don't know if it's that serious. But again, it could be, but I haven't looked into it. Claypool, absolutely not. Who's the top receiver the Steelers are going after? Andre Green, I have no clue at this point, man. You never know. So, Big B, Steelers defense just got manhandled by Tampa in practice. How do you know that? Nobody can tweet out about it. So how would you know that? Like nobody can tweet about what happened. Nobody can tweet about it. Nobody can talk about it. So how would you know? I'm not saying you're wrong either. I'm just saying, how would you know? Why is Cam Hayward acting like that? I don't know. He's mad at himself. Cam is pouting. Cam's literally pouting. So, because he's mad he made himself a bad deal. Tyler. Now that's who I'm talking about. I like Wicks and Pierce. I've been on Wicks since we've been talking about wide receiver 2 way back in March. I've been on Wicks from Green Bay. A lot of people, I mean, they like Dobbs over Wicks, but give me Wicks and let's go from there. But I think Green Bay likes him. So I think that's the difference. Is OBJ a real possibility? I sure hope not, man. I sure hope not. Because like I said, I don't think he can play football anymore. I don't think he can play football. Wicks has a higher ceiling to be developed over Dobbs. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He absolutely does. So, he absolutely does. So you're right about that, Tyler. Rodgers is calling Randall Cobb. I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Yeah, OBJ is trash. I just think he's done playing football. That's all. I don't think he can play football anymore. That's my thing. So, appreciate you, Tyler, for gifting a membership, man. And there you go, Joseph. Thank you very much. But we appreciate you, Tyler. Thanks for supporting the channel, brother. Thank you for supporting the channel. Not a whole lot. The only thing out of the Tomlin Waddle press conference is that Waddle basically said if there's somebody out there and it could be anywhere that they are open, that the Steelers are basically open for business. That any player at any position, the Steelers are looking to upgrade. Now, whether they do or not, that's a different conversation. So, but he basically said they are open for business. They're open for business. So there's that. There is that. Let's see. I was just reading some stuff over here. Steelers O-line and running backs said they would like to see the run game have more success. The Bucks blitzed a lot and threw a wrench in some of the things there. Scotty Miller stood out a little bit. So Steelers played a lot of man coverage or played a lot of zone coverage against them today. So no, Steeler Lee, I don't want Isaiah Bond. I don't want Isaiah Bond on the football team. I don't want him on the team at all. Not even a little bit. And I'll repeat it again. Anytime that a woman that's accusing you of sexual assault sends you a text that says, "Why would you hurt me?" and he sends back a laughing emoji, and then she sends back another text, "That really hurt me. Why would you do that to me?" And his response is, "I'm sorry, alcohol makes me crazy." I don't want that guy on my football team. And you can say whatever you want. I don't want that guy on my football team. And maybe some of you, hey, the charges got dropped. I totally understand. I'm just not with it. So Isaiah Bond signed with the Browns. Okay, good. Good. He can stay there. He can be there. He can be there. Yeah, that's my thing, man. And again, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying anything. But that's what got reported. Ugh. Not a guy we need. There you go, Tyler. We take crash outs, not bad people. There it is. There it is. We take crash outs. We're the crash out kings. So, well, the offense won 7 shots today, apparently, against the Bucks, 6-1, and the defense lost 4-3. So there's that. There is that. Man, Devontae, you're not lying. You're not the only one desperate. I'm right there with you, man. I am right there with you. I think there's better options than Bond. But there is no doubt. I mean, he's a talented guy. That I'm just past it. Let somebody else deal with the fallout, and maybe a year or so down the line, if he's better and he's available, maybe the Steelers could look at him then. I just don't want to deal with the fallout right now. But you're right. I'm desperate too. Because we need another guy. We need another guy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We just need another guy. And while I want Roman and Calvin Austin to surprise us all, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So, but I think we need another guy. And I think the Steelers are really looking into it right now. I think here in the next week to 2 weeks, I think something's going to happen. I really do. I really think something is going to happen. And I'm excited about it too. I'm excited about seeing something else happen. So, because we got to do something. We can't just sit back. If we're truly all in on the season, then let's be all in on the season. You know what I'm saying? If we're truly all in, then let's go be all in. Let's not BS with it. Let's not joke around with it. Let's not half-ass it. Let's just be all in. So, Jay Found Love says, I don't think Calvin Austin's going to surprise me. No, it's not that I don't think Calvin Austin can't do what he's good at, which is being a slot receiver. I just don't think he's a wide receiver, too. I don't think he's the second wide receiver on anybody's football team. That's all. He's not a true flanker. Not in my opinion. Now, if he does some stuff and if he does surprise me, great. I'll live with it. But I don't think he's really a flanker. I think he is truly just a slot. So, and we're going to see. I mean, Roman Wilson has gotten better and better and better, but we'll see. So, we will see. What are my thoughts on John Mechie? Here's the thing about Mechie. I don't think he comes to Pittsburgh and is any better than Calvin Austin or Roman Wilson. I think he could be better than Robert Woods, and he could add depth. And here's the reason that I say that. Houston doesn't believe in it. Houston has continued to draft guys and get guys and put them ahead of John Mechie. They've continued to do that. If they really believed in him and believed in his talent, I mean, they literally just drafted 2 wide receivers this year. Why would they be doing that? It's just something to think about. Like if Houston thought that Mechie was really the guy, they literally just drafted 2 guys in the 2nd and 3rd round this year. They don't believe John Mechie can play at the NFL level. So if they don't believe that and they're willing to take chances on rookies, I don't think the Steelers need to go out of their way to go and get that guy. I don't think so at all. I like the thought, but if this were last year, I'd say yeah, but it ain't, unfortunately. Yeah, that's pretty bad to say, Stefan. That's pretty bad to say. It's not funny at all. Tight end position is better than a wide receiver position. I don't think there's any doubt to that. I don't even think that's up for debate. So I don't think it's up for debate. So Mechie is actually balling better than he ever has this year. That's fine. I would bet you that John Mechie is not in the plans of the Houston Texans. And if he is, he's a 5th receiver. That's what I would say. So Tyler doesn't want to give up CA3 on a trade. I mean, it depends on who we would get. That would be my only thing. If we did trade him, it would depend on who we got. But sometimes you got to give up something. I mean, Steelers gave up Minka Fitzpatrick, you know. So they gave up Minka Fitzpatrick, but they got a better football player in return. I mean, at a position of need. So that's all I'm saying is if you give up Calvin Austin, I mean, here's the thing. Are the Steelers going to extend Calvin Austin? Like, it doesn't seem so. You know, he's in the last year of his contract. Are they going to go and extend him? I doubt it. So, I doubt it. So, we'll see. We will absolutely see. But I think the rumors, I think where there's smoke, there's fire with this Pittsburgh and this wide receiver thing, man. So, Ramsey's really buying into the system, into the culture. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Basically, Ramsey, and he admitted that the reason he went to Miami, and if he had it over to do it over again, he wouldn't go. That the reason that he went to Miami didn't have anything to do with football. He went for the lifestyle and everything that and the weather and what Miami had to offer. He said it. And he said he's glad he's in Pittsburgh because this is back to just playing football. And that's what he wants to do at this point in his career. Get back to playing football. I agree. So what's going on, True Smoke? So yeah. That's he's buying in. And to me, first of all, I believe it because there's no reason for Jalen Ramsey to come out and say that. Like, he doesn't have to come out and say that. He doesn't have to come out and say that I went to Miami for the wrong reasons. He doesn't have to come out and say that, you know, he loves just getting back to playing football. He didn't have to come out and say any of that. He could have just said, you know what? I was looking for a better team. The Steelers seemed like a better team to me. It was a good fit. So, what's going on, Emory? How you doing, man? We're just talking about these wide receiver 2 rumors. So, in regards to the schedule, says my man Jay Found Love. In regards to the schedule, 2024, mid-November is where we hit the wall, injuries and all. If we could put up 40 against the Bengals, we can do it again. Yeah. I mean, the difference that the last couple of years have been and why the defense has worn down is because the defense was on the damn field all the time. Defense was constantly on the football field. So since they were, you get worn down, man. You need your offense to help you play some complimentary football. My man Juice Bellamy, thanks for the super chat and supporting the channel, man. He said, facts, Miami is for end of careers. Yeah. You know? And he said it. Like I said, Jalen, he admitted it. I went for the wrong reasons. And when he got down there, he basically figured out they're not serious about winning football games. No authority. So we'll see. Emmer says, I'd rather look at Juwan Jennings for wide receiver 2 than Amari Cooper or OBJ. The problem is with Jennings got his opportunity because a bunch of guys got hurt from San Francisco, which you think, okay, well, he got his opportunity. But is he really that good? Or was he just a byproduct of San Francisco had to throw the ball to somebody? Because to me, I don't think Jennings is that good. I don't know if he's actually a number 2. I don't know. I mean, he's better than what we have. I'll put that out there. But he had one good season. One season where, again, everybody got hurt for San Francisco, so they had to throw the ball to somebody. Is he that good? I don't know. I don't know. And he wants to get paid. That's another thing. He had one decent season, and now he's wanting to get paid big money. And if I'm the Steelers, there ain't no damn way I'm paying him that kind of money. But he is better. Don't get me wrong. He's better than what we got. So I don't want the Steelers signing no OBJ, man. OBJ can't play football no more. So no, you're right, Emory. You're 100% right. He could have been bad. That's right. He didn't have to be good. You're 100% right. He got his opportunity, and he played well. And he could have been bad. But I don't know if that's enough for us to be paying the guy $25 million a year, which is what he's looking for. That season, to me, isn't worth $25 million. I would pass. So I would pass. But that's just me. That's just me. And that's what he's looking for. What I hate is I thought the Steelers last year were going to trade for Cortland Sutton. I was almost for sure that the Steelers were going to make a move and get Cortland Sutton. And then he ended up having a good year, bonded with Bo Nix, and then they paid him. I'm like, damn it. So Cortland Sutton would have been the perfect wide receiver 2 in Pittsburgh. So I think he would have been perfect. Bigger guy, runs good routes, catches the football. I thought he would have been perfect. So for either DK or if Pickens was still here. But it is. $25 million, you better be DK twin. No, Jennings is definitely not that, Miss Felicia. He is definitely not that. So he is definitely not that. So Yancey says, was Deontay that bad of a character? Yeah. I mean, hell, he fought Minka in the locker room. They didn't want him in the locker room anymore. Oh, by the way, he quit on 2 football teams last year, if you can't remember. Or not if you can't remember, if you don't remember. Remember that. Deontay Johnson quit on 2, not 1, 2 football teams last year. He quit on the Texans and he quit on the Ravens. So, I mean, and he ain't going to make the Browns. The Browns are going to end up cutting him. I mean, that's sad. Deontay Johnson is a camp body. But that's what it is. That's what it is. So, draft Jeremiah Smith. We got a couple years, man. But you're right. Jeremiah Smith is that dude. So, Black Hillbilly says, why didn't we look at Isaiah Bond? And I know there's a lot of you all that weren't in here at the beginning. We talked about it, but I'll talk about it again. I have no problem. My problem with Isaiah Bond is I know his charges got dropped today. Or what? Again, I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a lawyer. And so I don't know what, when they say no build means, I don't know what that means other than the charges got dropped. But having said all of that, the thing about it is, for me, is when the girl texted him and said, why did you do that to me? And he sent back a laughing emoji, allegedly. Again, this is what was reported. And then when she said, it's not funny, Isaiah, you really hurt me. And his response again was, oh, sorry, alcohol makes me crazy. That's not a guy I want on my football team. So that's just not what it means. Stefan says, no bill means grand jury didn't find enough evidence to move forward. Got it. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm glad y'all told me, man. That is not my thing, man. I love sports. I love football. That is not my thing. I appreciate y'all giving me the what's what. And again, he may be innocent of everything. He very well may be innocent of all of it. But my only question to you guys, and again, these texts got printed. These texts were reported. They were on. I mean, this is not made up. So these are things, this is not me just making something up there. My question to everybody, people are talking about it. It was like, I don't know, if that was your daughter and that guy sent those texts back, what would you do? How would you feel? And I know that's me trying to play on your emotions. And you could easily say, well, come on, Big B, don't do that. That's not my daughter. I don't feel emotionally attached like that. You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. But that's the only thing that I could go by. So that's it. And who knows? The NFL could still suspend the guy. Tad Myers just became a member. We appreciate you, Tad, for being a Hall of Fame member, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. We appreciate you. Felicia says, is that we're not taking players that will be suspended and cannot add to win in all 17 games. We did that with Cam Sutton. I mean, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. And not to mention, Cam Sutton was god awful last year. I mean, at least we could have said, well, Cam Sutton, everything got dropped, but at least he played well. We can't even say that. We can't even say Cam Sutton played well. And that's a guy that allegedly beat up his wife, but he didn't allegedly run from the cops. He did do that. And I don't know if it was his wife or his girlfriend, whatever, but he did run from the cops for like 3 weeks. So, yeah, he's going to get suspended, Steeler Lee. Because again, the NFL doesn't say that you have to be charged. They don't say that. Or they don't say that, the charges, even if they get dropped, they can still suspend you. So, I just don't think the Steelers even need to mess with that. That's all. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not arguing with anybody if they say, "Oh, you're wrong, B." I'm not arguing with you. That's just how I feel. That's all. And I think the Steelers probably feel that way too. Heck, they're supposed to be cleaning up the locker room and getting rid of guys. I mean, they got rid of George Pickens. George Pickens didn't do anything close to that. He was just a knucklehead. So, yeah, he absolutely will, Jason. He'll be on the commissioner's list. He will. He will. Because, again, the charges got dropped on Cam Sutton, too. And he got suspended for 8 games. A good trade would be Alec Pierce from the Colts. I agree. Pierce and Wicks from Green Bay. I know a lot of people like Dobbs. Wicks. Think Wicks. I like Wicks and Pierce. One of the two. And the problem is, can the Steelers hold on for them to get cut and wait? Or should the Steelers, let me ask you guys this. Do you all think the Steelers should make a move now, or should they wait to go get, if they were going to get another wide receiver, should they wait or they should just go do it right now? Because I'm under the opinion they need to just do it right now. You could get one of those two guys for a 5th round draft pick. Go give somebody a 5th round draft pick and go move on. Go move on. I say do it right now. Get them on the team, get them practicing, get them up to speed. Let's go. Don't mess around. Yes, Pierce is a great character guy. He absolutely is, Steeler Lee. 100%. So, I don't know if you're saying why, Stefan, why wait for a guy who wasn't good enough to make another team? Yeah, you're probably right about that. No reason to wait for a guy to get cut to try to pick him up. I get it. The only difference is a couple of those teams, Houston, Tampa, Indianapolis, they just have an abundance of receivers. So while I agree with your premise, they're not good enough to make their team, they got a lot of guys, a lot of good receivers, and everybody can't make the team. So, but you can make people available. Trade. Everybody is technically available. Now, you may have to trade for somebody, but everybody's available. Don't want to look desperate because I definitely do not want OBJ. Jamal, say it again with your chest. There ain't no way I want no damn OBJ. No. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. No OBJ. So, hearing talks from camp, we won 7 shots. Yep. And the defense lost on 4-3. O-line and wide receivers, or O-line and running backs wanted the run game to look better. And that was the report. I'm wondering if that meant the O-line, they looked bad. So the secondary played well, played a lot of zone. So, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I don't know about the John Mechie thing. We talked about that a little earlier. I'm just not sure that I'm with John Mechie. The only reason that I keep saying that is how long? I mean, this is the 3rd year now that he's been back from having cancer, and every year Houston goes out of their way to put guys in front of him. And this past year, they drafted 2 receivers in the 2nd and 3rd round. So, they're going out of their way to continuously put guys ahead of him. So, I don't know. I'm just not sure I'm with it. So, Felicia says we've been looking desperate. Yeah, we have. Waiting on Aaron Don't hate the messenger. You're right. You're right. But here's the thing. I don't think the Steelers were actually desperate because I think they knew they were getting them all along. We were just panicking. We were just desperate. We thought so. But I think they knew we were getting them all along, which is why they didn't panic. So, man, I don't know. I mean, a good OC, I mean, CJ Stroud 2 years ago set rookie records for passing. I mean, maybe you could say the OC was bad then, but the quarterback play was pretty damn good. So I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying. Maybe they have a better OC now than what they did last year. But 2 years ago, Mechie was available and he didn't play much. And the Texans' offense was pretty damn good without him. Whether he was just coming back, and I can't remember if he was just coming back from cancer or not. I think he was. But even if he was, they were pretty good without him. So they were pretty good without him. The Texans just keep putting guys in front of them. Draft 2 guys. They signed Christian Kirk or traded for him. It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. He was coming off the ACL at the same time as his cancer. He was. But the Texans don't want him. That's all I'm saying is that if he's at full strength, the Texans literally don't want him. So I don't know. Maybe he can help. I mean, he was really good in college. I know that about Mechie. He was really good. He was really good. Sound like the Rudolph treatment of not wanting him? Kind of. Connor Hayward, wide receiver 2. Robert Maggie. I ought to ban you from the channel for saying that, man. Stop it. Stop it right now, man. We're not playing like that. We're not playing like that, man. Don't do it. Don't you do it. I'm having a good mood today. I'm in a good mood and you're trying to piss me off. Don't you do it. Hey, Michelle, what's going on? You're not late. You're in here. Yeah, Robert, talking that craziness. Don't do it, Robert. We're all having a good time in here today, man. And then you go pissing in our Wheaties like that. Why would you do that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mm-mm-mm. Felicia says, yeah, desperate, thirsty is what we are. We are all that right now for a wide receiver 2. Man, last season was eye-opener without a wide receiver 2. No shade to the guys, but they're not him. No, they're not. They're not. So, look at Jay's upper teeth popping in. What's up, Jay? What is up? We are a little thirsty, though, Felicia. You're right. But we need to be. You need to be. Y'all have learned over the time, I don't have any shame. If we need to beg for a guy, I'll beg. If we look thirsty, I'll look thirsty. As long as we get what we need, I don't care. I don't care. So I literally don't care. I just want the Steelers to play well. And y'all know my philosophy. It could be a field mouse. As long as that field mouse if he's playing quarterback, as he can get us in and out of the right play and utilize the entire field, damn it, okay. If it's a damn goldfish and the goldfish is playing left tackle, as long as he can keep my quarterback clean, I don't care. I don't care. So, Jack Harvey, no. Tyler Boyd, hell no. Tyler Boyd can't play football no more either, man. He can't play football no more either. And the reason that I say this about Tyler Boyd, think about what everybody was saying about Mason Rudolph. They said, don't judge Mason Rudolph based on how he played last year at Tennessee. Because, again, he did play well. But the reason that everybody said he didn't play well is because he didn't have any weapons. And so that's the reason that they said he didn't play well. He didn't have any weapons. Well, Tyler Boyd was one of those weapons. So, no, I'm out. So, TJ Watt got paid for his past performance. Okay, that's a revelation. Yeah, Jack, that's the only thing about Tyler Boyd. First of all, I don't know that he was ever really that good. He was never a real wide receiver. He may have been 4 or 5 years ago. He could have been that. But yeah, the whole thing is he was one of those weapons that wasn't any good for Mason Rudolph. We don't need him. So we don't need him. What's going on, Arch baby doll? How are you doing? Yes, this is absolutely a what have you done for me league lately. And here's the thing. And I because of the way that last season ended, and it's justifiable, don't get me wrong, because TJ Watt didn't play well down the stretch. The last 5 games, last 5 games, he wasn't very good. He was hurt. He lost his explosion. You could see all of it. He hurt his ankle. He had a hurt thumb. I think he tore a ligament or broke his thumb. He wasn't very good. We all saw it. We all knew it. But before he got hurt, he was the odds-on favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year. So you got to keep that in mind. Now you can say, well, that doesn't matter because he struggled down the stretch. He did. So, yeah, concept, yes. Yes, he absolutely was. He was minus 250. The next person was plus 900. That's how much of the odds-on favorite he was going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and then he got hurt. But it doesn't matter. He did get hurt, and he didn't play well. And y'all know my philosophy on that. Y'all know my philosophy. I understand if you're hurt. We may not get your best, but we damn sure shouldn't get your worst. And it seemed like with TJ, we were getting his worst. Would he have 2 games in the last 5 where he had no stats? Ugly. So, TJ wasn't getting double teamed all those 5 games. He just wasn't playing well. It's okay to say that. He'd tell you that. Steve Mong says, you are all discounting a lot of wide receivers for being so desperate. Well, I don't think the Steelers, here's the thing, the Steelers are desperate, but we're not desperate to be worse. So we're not desperate to be worse. That's all. We're being desperate, but if we're not going to get better, why bring somebody in that doesn't make you better? You can still be desperate and want to get better because, we're desperate to get a better wide receiver. Notice what I said, a better wide receiver. So, TJ got his ass whooped by a rookie. So if the rookie's really good, does it matter? Or are we just on the TJ Watt hate club. Got it. Because, I mean, if the rookie's good, then okay. And if TJ was hurt, which we know he was, okay. Or does it matter? Or we're just on the TJ Watt hate club. I get it. I get it. I get it. B, wanted to thank you for all your new football language. I can see plays develop and understand what's going on. Thank you once again. No problem, Arch Baby Doll. We love you, and we are here to help anyway. And the whole family is here to help you, not just me. You keep asking as many questions as you want to ask, and we are all here to help you understand what's going on. What's going on, awareness? What's happening, my man? Appreciate you being in here. TJ Watt single-handedly cost the Cowboys lining up so wide you could drive a truck through it. I'm just pointing out that he's not Superman. That, first of all, that could be one of the more silly statements that I think I've ever heard in my entire life, Jamal. They're going to lock you up. They're not even going to lock you up in a padded room and throw away the key. They just won't take you seriously. So they just won't take you seriously. Because that is absolutely not true. You might as well just say, I don't like TJ Watt. Just say that. Don't make silly statements. Okay? Just don't make, because I'm going to put you in the same category as my man JJ. And then unless you want to be there, that's fine. But I don't take JJ seriously either. So, and if that's what it is, that's what it is. If that's what it is, that's what it is, brother. People got to hate on somebody, Jack. They got to hate on somebody. That's all. Sometimes I think people just don't understand it. I think they don't understand football. And then they just say something. A lot of it is people, and Jamal's usually not that way. JJ is always that way, is that he doesn't understand enough football. So he hears something online. He just continuously repeats it over and over and over and over again. That's all. He doesn't understand what football is. So, okay, TJ Watt didn't do anything. It doesn't matter why. So that's what he does. Which is why I don't take him seriously. Hayward has no leverage. No, he don't. Hayward is mad at himself right now, people. Cam Hayward just needs to vent. He's venting. He's pissed. But he should be pissed at himself. He's the one who made the deal. Didn't bet on himself. And if you don't bet on yourself and you lose, you can't expect the organization to bail you out. Because that's what Cam is asking for right now. So Cam Hayward is he's mad at himself for making a bad deal. And because he made a bad deal, he's expecting the organization to bail out his bad deal. And the Steelers are under no obligation to do that. None whatsoever. I know there's fans that are saying, oh, we should pay him. He deserves it. If Cam would have had 3 sacks last year, there's nobody that you all would be saying that he deserved it. Business is business. So Big G may have been willing to trade TJ. I wasn't. So Boswell deserves the bump. Yes, he does. Again, didn't make a bad deal. Outperformed his contract. Didn't make a bad deal, and he didn't do it last year. If Boswell would have made his deal last year, then the answer would be hell no. But he didn't. There's a difference, a huge difference. Huge difference. So, yeah, Boz is different. He didn't sign his deal last year. If he did, then we wouldn't be having a conversation about it. There'd be nope, you signed a bad deal. But the difference is Boz signed his deal, and then a whole bunch of other kickers got deals after him. And now Boz, 3 years later, is the best kicker in football. Cam signed his new deal last year, and he could have easily bet on himself and just said, nope, just guarantee me the last year of my contract and I'm done. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. Super chat by my man S. Palmer. We appreciate you, man. Said, what tier do I need to be to watch the game on here during game day? Hall of Fame level, S. Palmer. And preseason, you don't have to, but Hall of Fame level. So, JJ, if you're too real for me, why are you here? You are too real for me, Jay. You're too real for me. You're too real. You're too real. You probably shouldn't stop by anymore. You're too real. You're the definition of an internet troll, but I get it, man. You're too real for all of us. We get you, brother. Do you think the Steelers have a new wide receiver to start the season? I do. I absolutely do. TC Steels. So TJ's a Steeler for life. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Boz has got 2 years left. They won't budge. They may not. They may not. And again, if the Steelers don't budge, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad. I think they might. And I think they actually will. But if they don't, okay. So appreciate you, TC Steels. Boz was the highest paid kicker for about a week until the Ravens gave Tucker a new deal. That's exactly right. Salaries are always going to go up with the cap. That's exactly right, Robert. Salaries are going to go up. And that's the difference. But Tucker's deal wasn't up when they signed him. They just decided because at the time, Tucker was still the best kicker in football. And they said, no, we're not going to let this guy make more money than you. And the Ravens gave him a new deal. So. I'm hearing Roman Wilson is looking better and better each day, but still think he's only a slot guy. I got a feeling that Roman Wilson is only a slot guy too. I think the Steelers gave him an opportunity to be the wide receiver number 2, and I don't think it worked out. So I don't think it worked out. That's the difference. And I don't think it worked out for him. So we'll see. I think they tried. But I don't think it worked out. And he might just be a slot guy. But he is getting better every day, though. Getting every single day. Is Calvin's injury concerning? Yes, it is. He's still not practicing. Don't tell me no ab injury is going to keep you out. This is now 13 days of practice. I think it's more serious. Like I said, those ab injuries, sometimes they last a week. Sometimes it's 6 to 8. Sometimes you need surgery. So who knows what's going on? But yes, to me, it's concerning. So to me, it is concerning. What are the odds that Arizona lets Hollywood go? He's back there? I thought Hollywood was with the Chiefs. Yeah. Hollywood Brown plays for the Chiefs. I was like, did something happen that I didn't know about? That's what I'm thinking, Mark Malone. I think Calvin Austin got a hernia. And a lot of guys that have a hernia, you got to have surgery. And if you got to have surgery, you're usually out for quite some time. So, and I'm sure they're probably trying to rest it because if you have that hernia surgery, that's a 3 to 4 month thing. So, which sucks. I am not in Kansas City. No. I used to live in Kansas City. I lived there for 12 years. And my wife is a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan. Lord have mercy, people. Yeah, sports hernia, like I said, if he's got a sports hernia, I mean, and he has to have surgery, he's going to be out for a while. A while. Which is why I think the Steelers are trying to be so aggressive in getting another receiver, because I think they know that Calvin Austin is not going to be around. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I think the Steelers kind of know. And, because like I said, an ab injury, just a regular, ab strain or abdominal strain. I mean, 10 days, it seems like a lot, but maybe you sit out 10 days and you're back. There's no sign of him coming back. Emery says he had hernia surgery, took him some time to get back. And Austin's time may be done in Pittsburgh if that's the case. You might be right because, like I said, you have a sports hernia. I mean, a lot of times, man, those things, it's like it's not 6 weeks. It's like 8 weeks to 3 months. I mean, it takes a minute. So, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, people. That's all I got for you today. We'll be back tomorrow, probably around the same time, doing the same thing, just chopping it up, chit-chatting. So appreciate you guys being in here. Thank you guys. If you are in here and you're not subscribed to the channel, man, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Do me a favor. Go and like this video when the stream gets out. It will help with the algorithm. We appreciate you guys, man. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Until then, you guys have a good one, man, and aloha.